All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. And very excited in studio now joining us here, the head coach of Miami 305, Michael Cooper, stopping by the show, Leroy. Very
Yes.
exciting as the Big Three gets going real soon. They're going to start their season this weekend, and the Miami 305 is practicing down at Leroy. They're gearing up for the season. And Coach Michael Cooper, kind enough to join us here. Thanks for the time, Mike. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me, Toby. Hey, Leroy, you know what? He really didn't know who I was when I walked in.
Really?
He thought I was another old man. Like
Ridiculous.
No, sir.
Ridiculous
No, hey,
claim.
it's crazy because we had a conversation before. Here's what the conversation was. I know when you were Showtime, y'all had accountability, y'all had leaders on that team, y'all had a Hall of Fame coach, all these things going, and now you coach Michael Beasley. Is from what you've been through, how do you deal with the younger basketball players of the day? Because it was different back then. You didn't have, coaches having to appease the players. You didn't have, coaches said you get in or you out. So how do you handle that?
Leroy, the best part for me is I have kids. So I understand kids. But no, I mean, you just have to treat these guys with respect. And I think as you give, you get. And with our team, Mario Chalmers, Reggie Evans, Sean Williams, picked up Lance in our draft, and Michael B. Just give them the respect. And the one thing that we do is a give and take thing. We work things out together as a team, but it's fun. Mike is a little. The good thing about it is I don't have any hair, so he can't make me pull my hair out. So we just we work it out. We make it happen. And but you know what? He is a fantastic player.
Probably he's so talented.
Oh my God, he is so good, and it's just amazing that he's just being the NBA. But you know what? He's not. He's in the Big Three of Miami 305, and we're glad to have him.
Was there any truth to there being a rift between him and Lance? Because they had the one-on-one matchup. Was that to help with their build-up? Are they good at the practices so far?
So, but they've been great. I mean, I got here one day late, but yesterday I got here and they seem like they're great. They understand what we're about. We're going to win a championship and we got to play together as a team. But I'm pretty sure there was a rift. I think that would be like if me and Larry Bird or me and Magic did a one-on-one and then we had to come play together. You just put all that aside and play.
With a duo like him and Chalmers too, like they've been together for so long, they know each other for so long. Like, how does that help with the chemistry of a team going into a season?
Oh, for sure, that works so well. And Mario's the starting point guard for us, and he knows and he understands that Mike is our go-to guy. So again, we run a lot of pick and roll. We'll throw it to Mike and let him go one-on-one because he is a matchup nightmare for anybody. And this week coming up in Chicago, starting June 14th, we get to see Dwight Howard and LA Riot, and he's just gonna do what he do, play basketball, and they work it out.
The competition level still very like as far as like the competitive juices for you guys still flows like very, very high for a league like this.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you know why it's even high? Because you didn't know the end to run to, Leroy. They can't run down to the other end. Everything happens at one end of the floor. And yeah, the competition is very high. And it kind of goes through the coaches too. We got some marquee coaches, myself, Dr. J, George Gervin, Gary Payton, and when we see each other, and Nick Young, let's see him, and we kind of talk a little bit of sugar, honey, iced tea to each other, and we get it going that way.
Well, if you guys want to come watch the Big Three live and in person, it's going to be at the Kaseya Center June 29th. So they'll be at the Heat's house June 29th. Get your tickets now at kaseyacenter.com and come support your own Miami squad. Michael Cooper joining us here in studio. Just had your jersey retired. Pat Riley there, all of Showtime there. What was that moment like for you?
Almost tearful. I never expected that. The Hall of Fame came before that, and I kind of figured might a little chance of getting in there, but the criteria for the Lakers hanging your jersey up was kind of really strict, and you had to have been an all-star. And with Jeannie Buss, our owner, doing what her dad has always done, being very home-loving, family-like. So when they called and told me that they were going to do that, that was something. I'm getting emotional about it now because I think about it. But yeah, it was a great moment. A lot of my teammates were there. It was fun.
Is there something? Go ahead, Leroy.
So you can tell our age difference because my question's all about Showtime because I grew up watching that, and that was some of the most amazing basketball I've ever seen in my life. And one of the things that was amazing to me was you guys all seemed there was no knuckleheads. And so I would ask you, who on your team was the Dennis Rodman? The guy you needed to win, but you had to keep an eye on him.
We really didn't have that, as you said.
Right.
We didn't, when you came on the Lakers and we went through training camp, we knew who was going to have that opportunity to make the team. And if you're a knucklehead, we were going to exclude you and you would get cut before we even got into the thick of things, because it's about team. Team means together, everyone achieves more. And so we really didn't have that. But there was, it probably would be me. I was a loose screw at times. But I understood my role as a sixth man, so I wasn't going to play out of that. But that was a great question. We really didn't have that. We were very fortunate.
Right.
And you know what? But a lot of that credit goes to Jerry West, the late Jerry West. Jerry had an innate ability, that eye to find that one player or that person that could come in and help us, a la Michael Thompson in '85. He saw him. And then in drafting and going after Kobe Bryant as a young player, knowing that he was going to be the type of player he became.
Right.
I mean, you play for Pat Riley. Would Pat Riley ever dare say that Bam Adebayo passed Michael Cooper defensively as far as best players he's had in his franchise? Because you're one of the best defenders of all time.
I already see the look.
Bam, I can see the look in your face. This is already offending. Bam's obviously looked upon as one of the best ever doing in a Heat uniform. Would he ever broach that topic even with you?
Tobin, don't start nothing. Won't be nothing, man.
He said, "This is blasphemous."
Well, you know what? Bam is a different player than I was. He's big, and for I think for Coach Riley to compare us to is an honor to both of us. And because Pat's been around and seen a lot of great players, but Bam more of that 5'4", can play some 3, and he can get out and guard some 1s, but not for a long period of time. As well as me, I could play 1, 2, and 3, but I wouldn't have a hard time trying to guard Bam or Kareem or somebody like that. But you know what? The one big I used to love to guard, and I really didn't care if I was outmatched, was a guy named Bill Laimbeer.
Just because it's the dirtiness.
The dirtiness. I love beating him up. And Rick Mahorn. They came in a pair.
Yeah.
You know what? Oh, my God. See, Rick Mahorn was one of the coaches in our league, too. So, Leroy, you see that competitive juice is still flowing.
Yeah.
Big 3, that's when I get to work it out. I can't get on the court, but I can still have that passion and love for the game.
But see, Mike, I was at Michigan when the Detroit Pistons were going, with Dumars and all.
I don't care. Bad boys. You know what? We beat them in '87. We spanked them. No, '88. We spanked them. They weren't the bad boys to us. We called them bad kids. And I tell that to their face, too. Isaiah, Rick Mo. Okay, I'll calm down. Hey, you know what? Jay Figs. I just made her laugh. Jay Figs is like a cool street baller's name. Jay Figs over there.
So, Mike, let me ask you.
All right, go make you jump over there.
So you played basketball on a team that was a different level. Y'all didn't have to work through a lot of stuff because everybody was on the same page. Do you find that NBA basketball now, there's too many moving parts to get to that level? Like everybody has almost their own agenda, and you have to incorporate that into the team atmosphere more now than you did before?
Well, you know what? And I don't mean anything wrong when I say this. It was kind of bad to watch the NBA basketball like 5 years ago, but I stuck through it, and they've come around a lot. But what you're talking about is why you see OKC and Indiana as championship playing for a championship, because it's about the team. And I think the NBA there's so much money going around. There's really no loyalty because these guys are jumping from team to team to team or chasing the money. And that gets lost. Winning a championship gets lost because it's about the gratification of me at the moment. But that's why I love watching the NBA the last 2 years, especially this year, because you got two young teams. It's not about the superstars. And they SGA and Halliburton are stars, but they're not superstars. They're going into superstars, but they're playing as a team, and that's why it's enjoyable to watch for me. And that's what the Big 3 is about. Miami 305, you know what? We were knocking on the door. Leroy, do you know anything about us from last year? We were knocking at the door, and we ended up losing to Gary Payton and that fake team he had back there. About this year, Miami 305, and we're going for it this year. And it starts out this Saturday coming up against Chicago. In Chicago, we're playing the LA Riot, and it's going to be a riot.
Important to you to get off to a fast start this season? Like, you feel like the elements are there for you guys to have that chemistry right off the bat?
Oh, for sure, for sure. With condensed the teams, we were 12 teams last year. We're back down to 8, so it's important. You can't go 0-2, 0-3 because virtually you'll be out of the playoffs by then. So, Tobin, it's going to be important, very important for us to start off with a bang.
How much confidence is Mario Chalmers still walking around with? He was known as the most confident Heat player, even
Why
on
are you laughing, Leroy?
even on a team with LeBron and Dwayne Wade. Nobody had the confidence of Mario Chalmers.
Mike, you know the guys that they came into the locker room and they had all the confidence in the world, and everybody else like Magic and Kareem and all of them give them a little side eye and just kind of smile.
You talking about me, man?
Oh, you can't. You said it with your chest.
And I, Rio, get together. We love each other because we're that person walking around. But no, we still got a lot of. I'm 69 years old. I still believe I can get out there and stop LeBron James. Now, LeBron James would run over me like a freight train or something like that. But you know what? Show me. That's what it got to do. Right, Jay Figgs? You got to show us what's going on.
Is there any surprise from you that Pat Riley's still doing it? 80 years old he turned this year. Still has that fire to run an organization. He said that 80 is the new 60. He has no illusions of retiring anytime soon. Does this surprise you at all as a guy who's been around for so long?
No, it's because that's who Coach Riley is. He's always been a fighter. And if you kind of look at our careers, Coach Riley and I were like the same player when he was with the Lakers in the 70s. It won that championship team. So it doesn't surprise me. He keeps going. And you know what? In reality, Tobin, this kind of keeps us young, being around the young players, staying in the game. And those are some of the things you miss when you retire, that camaraderie, the preparation, those kind of things in the locker room, the bus ride. That's what makes it fun.
Hey, Spo went from 40 to 65 coaching Michael Beasley. So good luck.
Listen, these almost took me to a championship. Leroy, you know what? Had we won last year, which was what we're going to do this year, Miami 305 going to win it this year, I will have covered the gauntlet of NBA championships. I won a NBA championship. I won a WNBA championship. I won a championship in the D League, which is now the G League. Right. Anything has to do with NBA players, I've won. And so I'm knocking on the door for this one.
There you go. Get it.
Chicago. At 305 Miami. You gonna be there, Tobin?
In Chicago? Yeah. No, but I'm gonna come to the Miami show.
Why won't you travel with us?
What do you mean, dude? Like, what do you like? I'm not gonna get on the bus to go to Chicago this weekend.
Do this bus?
I could do it remote. That's fair.
They fly. They only got like 12 guys, 12 people. It ain't the whole team.
But we talk about Beasley's talent. Like I watched that one-on-one this week, and like he has the appreciation even still from like Kyrie, Kevin Durant, just what he can do on a basketball court. Like, what do you think is underappreciated from Michael Beasley as a player?
It's his true talent, how really, really good he is. I don't think a lot of people see that. And again, and I'm just beating Mike the last 3 or 4 years being around him, so I understand a little bit more. But just how amazing of a player he is, how easy he makes the game. You know, this guy's hands are so big. I didn't realize that. Michael Beasley has some big paws on him, which allowed him to do things with the ball that other players can't.
Well, good luck against Dwight Howard this week, Michael Cooper. Thanks so much for stopping by.
I'm not playing against Dwight Howard.
No, I understand, but you're game playing against him.
He acts like I'm playing, man. I'm not about to get out there, but okay, our team will do well. Thank you, Tobin. I appreciate
you. Go check out the Big Three Miami 305s coming to the Kaseya Center on June 29th. Get your tickets now at KaseyaCenter.com. Michael Cooper, thanks for the time. Really appreciate you.
Thanks, Mike.
Absolutely.
We're going to give y'all a lot of eargasm out there because you know what? They have to have it to get to the game when we come here to Miami.
We're all about it. We'll support you all the way, man.
You sure, Tobin?
Absolutely. If it's a Miami team, I got you all the way.
Yeah.
Jay Figgs, you'll come?
I'm in.
I expect to see you there, Leroy. 2 ball people have to come together, man. We're going to be there.
I wanted here, but it wasn't in my cards.
What do you think about his blue goatee, by the way?
Huh?
What do you think about Leroy's got a little blue there on the goatee? What do you think of that?
What you tripping? Leroy, stop it. Come on back down to earth, man, and stay with that gray. What's the blue for?
Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you for that. He got basically pranked by his wife. His wife hair just kind of did a drive-by on the dye, and he turned it into a Smurf beard. I don't know what's going on.
I love that. You know what? During COVID, my wife did mine all yellow. My beard, I grew a beard then. She dyed it yellow, Laker colors.
Yeah, but you could stay at home. It was COVID. I got to go out in these streets with this.
Well, you don't have to. You can cut it now.
No, but see, it's coming. Look, the gray is coming in. So I figure that I got about another week or so, and then my gray will be back. Where if I cut it off, I got to wait longer.
Leroy, stop playing with yourself. You look crazy with a blue beard. Thank you guys for having me, Tobin.
Thanks for coming in, Michael. Appreciate you. We'll take a break. More to come here on the show. Back after this.
305.